Welcome to Point and Drink Adventure, a podcast where we like to talk about the media and drinks we are consuming. Hello, I am Michelle in Pam's beautiful apartment in Canada. With me as always, in person. Pam!
Hello, everyone.
What?
We've had a bit of a weekend.
We have had a bit of a weekend.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm so glad I'm here. I love visiting Pam. I love visiting Pam in the apartment because we get to eat and drink real good. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. All diets go out the windows.
Yep.
And also all exercise, but that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we went climbing.
We did, and that was a good climb.
That was a good climb.
I'm still sore.
Yeah. So, we did something.
Yeah. We have been up to a lot lately. We've been seeing each other a lot lately.
I know. It's nice.
Yeah, I love it. What we do before? We went to Retro World Expo. That was a couple weeks ago.
Went to Retro World Expo at the end of August, the last weekend of August, which is in Hartford, Connecticut. What did we do? We went to the convention. We walked around the vendor floor. We played some arcade games. And we watched Showgirls. Yep. Also saw a bunch of people who we generally, or who at least I generally only see at Retro World.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Yeah.
To see a bunch of people.
It was fun. We also played Press Your Luck.
Yes, and we played Press Your Luck, which is amazing. I love board game shows. It's through Big Bucks Entertainment. The host, Devira, is so fun. And he the setup's so professional. It looks just like the set, and you have to press your luck and not get whammies. So that was a lot of fun.
It was a great time. I got to fill in last minute because they didn't have the real celebrity there, and they're like, "You want to fill in?" I'm like,
"Sure,
yeah." Duh. I mean, I feel like I'm just just little Pam buddy. I don't have a YouTube. It's fine. But it was such a great time, and I loved it. And doing trivia and stuff. Even though I love doing trivia, I'm terrible at trivia.
Those trivia questions were really hard, though.
Yeah, a lot of Mortal Kombat questions.
Mortal Kombat. Or I find the ones that are was this in GTA 4, 5, or 6? I don't even think there's a 6. Whatever. But I was I don't know.
I don't play any of them.
Yeah, I played Vice City.
Yeah, Vice City.
Yeah.
A little bit. I didn't even finish it because can you even finish those games?
Yeah, they have an end.
Oh.
But, they're very large and take a lot of time.
But what we do this weekend on this trip, so we went to Retro World, and then this past weekend we went to the
Barrie Game Exchange.
Yes,
Just north of Toronto. If you've been paying attention to my channel, I've been going through what kind of games I want to sell, trying to thin out the collection a little. So we took, around 150 games to the Barrie Game Exchange.
That's it? I feel like it was more than that.
I think it was around that, probably. Maybe a few more. Had a table there. It was my first time vending. You've helped your sister vend before, but this was my first time. So we had a table. It turned out pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't the busiest show that I've ever been to. It was a little on the slow side, but it was still selling a lot of things. A lot of people coming by to look at things. There were a few vinyl that I was selling, and everyone was like, "Ooh, what's this?" And then "That's so cool." Put it down. Everyone.
It made me realize that video game vinyls are such a niche thing.
Yeah.
But
it's not as popular as you would think.
But you were selling a lot of good things. So I think if people sift through, when people did sift through it, they're like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, it's this is not just crap."
Exactly.
So Pam takes very good of her collection, and the things that were there were not just random trash NES
games. Yeah, a nice stack of each console that I collect for. Ended up getting rid of. I haven't done the spreadsheets yet, but I would say between a quarter and a third of the stuff sold. So not too bad. It was fun, although it was exhausting.
Why were we so exhausted?
We were so exhausted. The show went from 11 till 4, and then we had to drive home from Barrie, and we got home, it was just food, drink, sleep, now.
We're it's 8:30. I'm it's too early.
Yet? Yeah. But it was fun. I think just having to talk to so many people, I find very tiring.
It is very exhausting. Even though we sat most of the time, just the interaction with people which can be very, very tiring. So, but it was a great time. It was a good con.
Yeah, it was good.
I liked it. It was fun. There was I was walking around the floor. I was surprised at how many good things were there. A lot of Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games, complete in box, which is something me and my sister are always looking for. A lot of like Japanese imports, which was really cool.
Yep.
So yeah, I was very surprised. So if you're ever in the area, go to the Barrie Exchange. It was a fun time.
Yeah, it's a good place. So, what are we drinking today?
What are we drinking? Oh my gosh, this is our second cocktail.
Yeah.
We're trying to like make it a little bit better as we're going
just
along.
improving the recipe as we go.
Yeah, so Pam made this lovely peach syrup because Pam loves peaches. I mean, who doesn't love peaches? Love peaches. I mean, I kind of want to fill this drink up with like 5 peaches.
Just 5. Yeah, that would be good. I love peach. I'm going to be so sad in like a week when there's no more peaches.
That's how I'm with cherries.
Yeah.
Like, I'm real sad right now because cherries are my favorite. But so Pam had made this beautiful peach syrup, and I was like, well, we have to do something with that. So I came up with like 3 or 4 recipes on this sheet, and I was like trying to figure out variations and such. So this one is a version of a French 75. So pretty much it's just gin, simple syrup, which is peach simple syrup, lemon juice, and sparkling wine. And yeah, that's pretty much a French 75. You just replace the peach syrup with regular simple syrup, and you can do like a sugar rim.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need
No,
that. We'll just add more peaches and throw peaches into it and make it into a fruit cup.
Yeah.
So this one we used a Glendala rose gin, the first one, which was okay. But the second time we're using Heyman Slow Gin, which I think has a little bit more depth of flavor to it.
Yes, and makes it just a little bit sweeter, makes it go down really nice. It's yes, it's very delicious and easy to drink. And I look forward to eating this peach.
I know, the next one we're going to have like 4 peaches in these things. I'm going to stop being stingy with the peaches.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of cut
got a lot of
peaches,
cut
and we have to eat them. We have to.
Yeah. So yeah, this is delicious. I really like a French 75. I really like most cocktails that have a 4-ounce float of sparkling wine.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was really good, and I'm happy that we got to use a peach syrup for something.
Yes, we have to use it. Because especially with like syrups like that and such, like they'll last maybe 2 weeks in the fridge, you know?
Yeah.
I'll make it last a month.
I'll make it last longer. Yeah, it
don't
depends. It's like, am I serving this to someone else? No. Is it just my life on the line? That's fine.
I'm ready to
Yeah.
go. It's been a good life.
Yeah.
But it's just sugar water. Like, who cares? It's
It
just
is.
like
It's
a little
just
bit
sugar water.
bacteria,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
We'll not die. But yeah, you gotta use it. So that's what kind of sucks though when you're having your own bar at home. Because I would love to have 4 different types of syrups to play with, you know, and then I'll need 4 different containers, and I'll make sure I have to have 4 different cocktails. And I'm like, it's just me, and like I don't want to make 4 for myself.
Yeah, exactly.
So there are limitations to this. I know that's hard to realize.
Yeah.
But that's okay. So we're drinking beautiful French 75s. We'll probably mix it up later and try something else, like variations of bourbon, lemon juice in this, or literally just add club soda and just keep going, because it comes a point where you just stop making fancy and just start
and you
pouring.
just go with whatever is easy to do. Although I feel like a peach sour would be good. And grab some of the mint or basil from my balcony.
Slap it on there.
The 4 mint leaves that I've kept alive.
No, we can use the basil. I mean, like, I think it'll be good because the peach syrup is not too strong.
Yeah, it's not too strong. It's not too sweet either. Like I always do like less sugar than is called for in basically everything. So.
And that's not bad. I do the same thing because a true simple syrup is 1-to-1, and when you start measuring it out, you're like, that's a lot of sugar. Like, that's this much water to this much sugar. I'm like,
yeah.
No, we gotta, there are limitations.
Yes. But this is delicious.
Yes, delicious. So, what have you been watching, Pam?
What have I been watching? So, one of the things I watched, I think this was actually at Retro World. I think it was after you left. I watched Creep 2.
Ooh.
I really liked Creep 1. That was a good horror movie. It's with, what's his face? I know his name. His name, Mark Duplass.
Oh, he was in that one movie we watched with
with Elizabeth Moss.
Yes.
Yeah. So the first one, I mean, the second one is sort of the same style. Some guy, which is him, puts an ad out saying, I want someone to come and like document my life. So it's sort of like a found footage type style, but then this person comes and starts documenting the guy's life. And in this one, he's like, I'm a serial killer.
Oh, he just straight up says it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he tells them at the beginning. So the woman who does it is like, oh, well, this is really interesting. And like, she's been trying to make it big on YouTube, telling like weird stories about people. It hasn't really taken off. And she's like, maybe this is my chance.
Or I could just die.
Yeah. So it's sort of about them kind of, you know, playing a little game together, but also like her trying not to die, but trying to get a story out of him and not really knowing what he's doing at any point in time. So it was really good. I really like him. I think he's a great actor. He's does creepy really well. He's also like the, I think, writer and producer of these movies. So like they all come out of his weird mind.
Maybe a triple threat like that. God.
So it was good. I actually liked the second one a little bit more than the first one. Because the first one, I mean, sorry for spoilers, but you're like, is he a murderer? And it's like, yeah, he's a murderer. Like,
Stop second guessing yourself.
Yes. So what else did we watch?
What else did we watch at Retro World?
At Retro World.
We watched Showgirls.
We watched Showgirls.
I've never seen Showgirls before.
I had seen Showgirls before.
I had never have. And I love Paul Verhoeven. Paul Verhoeven is a Peter. Paul. Something. I got the P right. That's a win.
Yep.
Paul Verhoeven, because I love Starship Troopers.
I love Starship Troopers.
Such a great movie. And just Showgirls is a movie.
Ooh, yeah, it is. I understand that he does satire, and like I kind of get it with Showgirls, but it doesn't work that well. Like it's not. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's very over the top, like Starship Troopers or something, but it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't get me as like, oh, I'm critiquing this. It's just like, it's bad.
Yeah. And maybe it's because like movies by Verhoeven, like Starship Troopers, as well as like Robocop, which we also will get in. Did we get into that? We do get into that.
Yeah.
It does have like these like sort of cut-ins of like commercials that make it feel more satirical.
Yeah.
You know, like that outside looking in thing versus this that doesn't have that. It's just like straight sort of movie of about this woman who is the worst possible person in the fucking world.
She's awful. What's her name? Elizabeth something. I mean, her real name is Elizabeth, isn't it?
Elizabeth something.
Yeah. She plays Nomi, a dancer, running away from home, trying to make it as a dancer in Las Vegas. And she's a horrible person. She's the angriest person.
Angriest dancer.
Anyone who's nice to her, she's just a dick to them. Anyone who's a dick to her is also a dick to them. Like, just
awful. And there's so many people nice to her, and they are just always well, especially her one friend who's like the first person she meets in Vegas, who has the worst not the worst arc, because it's really the only interesting arc, because Nomi has zero arc. She learns no lessons. But she just has the worst story in terms of what happens to her. And this poor woman, it's all because she met this terrible person.
I know.
This horrible thing.
Woman. And so, she just sort of works her way up. She starts out dancing at a strip club, and then she gets like a spot in a Vegas show? Like live topless dancing show.
But it's fancier.
And she sort of comes up against Gina Gershon,
who's hot.
So hot.
Oh my God.
And amazing. And like Gina Gershon, like, I mean, she's a bitch, but she says like one thing to Nomi, and Nomi's just like, I hate you forever, and she's just so angry at anything ever happening with them.
But she also does things like to help Nomi.
She does help her a lot.
Because she sees so much of herself in her. Yeah. And it's like, why do you hate her so much? The only reason you got this audition is because of her, because she likes you.
Yeah.
she sees you as a competition and she thrives on that.
Yeah.
So why you be such a bitch?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it made me so angry.
It's just such a weird movie. Like, the weirdest sex scenes. Wow. Wow.
I can't with that sex scene. That sex scene's so bad. It's so wild.
Yeah, it was, oh boy.
They really brought it to 11 with these sex
They
scenes.
did. But in a way where it's like, I don't think anyone would be having fun doing this.
I don't know if that's even sex.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but it's not sex.
Yeah. So, I don't know. So, I had seen it before, but I was still like, I'm missing something. Like,
I don't think you're missing anything.
No, I'm probably, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not a good movie.
No.
Definitely not Paul Verhoeven's best. But you
No.
know what? We had a good time.
We had a good time.
We had a good
It was
time
a fun
watching
time.
it
It was a fun
together.
time watching it. So, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What else have you been watching? Should we talk about the other Paul
Yeah,
Verhoeven
let's
movie
talk about
we
the other Paul
watched?
Verhoeven. So, we watched, with Dylan, we watched Showgirls, because neither of you had seen it, and I had seen it. And then we brought up Robocop, and I was like, well, I haven't seen that, and both of you had seen it, so we watched Robocop as well. Mm-hmm. And Robocop, I feel like everyone knows Robocop. Like, I feel like I'm one of the last people who's not seen Robocop.
Yeah, especially like in the video game world because there's all sorts of video games and toys and shit from it. So very iconic. And if you don't know, then I'm sorry. Go watch it.
Yeah. So this is just a take on, 80s action, sort of police having control over everything and like how much power they have and going from police officers to this like robot police officer, which was good. And I found that it was a lot like Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely earlier, but like the commercials and the newsreel and everything, I was like, oh, this is very much like Starship Troopers. And satire, where I was like, I get that it's satire, where I didn't get it with Showgirls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Do I like it better than Starship? No.
I don't think I like it better than Starship Troopers.
No, I
either.
like it better. I like Starship Troopers better than this, for sure. I do like the main lead, just because he's your atypical, I feel like, action hero. I don't know if he's really done anything outside of this,
I don't
which is
think
unfortunate.
so. Yeah.
That man's got beautiful cheekbones.
He's got just a very striking face, like everything, like his jaw, his cheek, like, I mean, it's good because you could only see like this much of him for most of the movie. So yeah, he has a good face. I feel like, maybe not that much of an actor, which he didn't need to be for
didn't
this.
need to be.
Yeah.
He didn't need to be, but good lower half right here, Bubby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I had seen Robocop many, many, many years ago, so this was almost felt like a rewatch because I knew what happened and such, but it's been a long time, so I really enjoyed rewatching this and seeing all the satire again.
Yeah.
As well as how stupid. It's intentional how stupid corporates can be.
Yeah, how stupid corporations can be. I liked that. I also loved, what was the name of the other robot? The like stop motion robot.
Oh,
I loved that guy.
Yeah.
I loved the stop motion. I thought that was so good.
I love the bad guy who was in That 70s Show.
Yes.
Not the actual bad guy who was in That 70s Show that is in trial with not that one, but the dad.
The dad, Red Foreman. Yeah, I really liked. I also liked that the band of bad guys were all so different.
Yeah.
Like, so many times all the bad guys are kind of like the same. They look the same. They dress the same. You can't really tell them apart. But here, like, every person in the gang had their own thing going on, which I really liked.
Nice, diverse group of friends.
Yeah. Doing terrible things. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Great cast. Fun movie. That was a fun watch.
That was fun.
That was a fun last minute watch. I was like, let's watch Robocop. And you guys like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So good times. Good times. Whose turn is it?
Your turn.
My turn. So I went on I don't know, since we had watched Showgirls and I guess Robocop recently, I was like, I've never seen Tank Girl because I'm like 90s movies, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen Tank Girl?
I have not.
Lord help us all. This is a movie. But you know what this movie is great of? Soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
This movie has the most amazing soundtrack. All right, so synopsis of what movie is. Tank Girl was made in 1996, 95-ish.
Okay.
I forget which. With Lori Petty, who really the only thing I know Lori Petty from is A League of Their Own.
I think she was in Free Willy?
She wasn't Free Willy. And you know what I think about it? She was in Point Break.
Oh, okay.
She got it on with Keanu Reeves in Point Break.
Nice.
Yeah. So she actually has been more active than I'd like to give her credit for. But she's actually pretty hot in this. Great makeup. This movie has amazing makeup. It also has... what is her name? All right, name of woman. Naomi Watts.
Oh, okay.
Naomi Watts in it. It's like one of the first movies she's ever done.
Right.
And so Lori Petty is synonymous Tank Girl. And they live in a post-apocalyptic world where there's no water and power, really. Okay. So the big corporation that is big and evil is called Water and Power. Real creative name here. And that's run by Michael McDonald. No, he was in Clockwork Orange.
Oh, Malcolm McDowell?
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell. That guy.
There we go.
God, we're real good at this. We're getting better, though. I feel like we're getting better. Yeah. That guy, who's the bad guy, who's quintessential bad guy. And pretty much power and water kill all of her friends, so she goes on a rampage. But it doesn't really feel like a rampage because it's weird. It's a very strange movie.
Oh, okay.
It's like a music video. The whole thing. So it's weirdly comical. It's very goofy. It's based off of a comic, so there's a lot of comic book scenes even added to it, like the sketches and such.
Yeah. And
just very strange. It's not a good movie.
Oh, okay.
No. Let's just get that out the door. It's not good at all.
Okay.
It's really weird. And the tone is here, then here, and then just it can't make up its frickin' mind. Lori Petty does a fine job.
Yeah.
But honestly, the soundtrack is its saving grace and what makes it so culturally cult classic.
Yeah.
So, which the soundtrack was gathered and composed, not composed, but arranged by who's the lead singer of Hole?
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love.
Interesting.
I thought was very interesting. A lot of Bjork songs, 2 Bjork songs.
Oh, nice.
So that was fun. But yeah, very strange movie.
Interesting.
I don't know if I recommend it.
Okay.
I recommend it if you are a little intoxicated.
Okay.
And if you really like 90s music.
Right.
Alternative, kind of indie kind of music.
Okay.
It's
interesting.
A strange movie.
Oh. All right. Yeah, it's always one of those ones where I was like, I've never seen this. And it's okay. Now
it'd be a fun watch. Don't get me wrong. With a group of people, it's a fun watch. But is it going to be any good? Okay. But yeah. What else have you watched?
What else? So the other day, when was it? I don't know. I watched 2 movies in one day the other day.
Ooh.
But one of them was Polite Society, which I think Berger was talking about, and that's what made me look it up. And it's about this young woman who she's in high school. She wants to be a stunt woman. So she's always making these videos, trying these stunts. Her older sister sort of helps her out with this, and her older sister is kind of like a bit of a recluse, a bit of a weird girl who no one's really friends with. She seems to just kind of sit around in their house all the time. They're Indian, and so one day their parents bring them to this gathering with one of their rich friends, and the sister meets the son of this rich woman, and they go on a date. And so the younger sister, who wants to be a stunt woman, is something's wrong. They have nefarious plans for you. And when her older sister and this guy start getting close to each other and then eventually announce their marriage, she's like, no, I have to save my sister. This family's bad. I have to save her. So it's partially coming of age high school film, but then there's also all of these action scenes that just go way over the top. the daughter, the main character, and the guy's mom like have a fight scene together. It's like so like at 1 minute they're doing like a traditional like Indian dance, and then there's a fight scene, and so it's really fun. It's very silly at times, but it's a really cool sort of mashup of, you know, the typical kind of like teen drama comedy-ish, and then like over the top action. So
that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
So is it a Bollywood movie? Because that's what it kind of sounds like.
I mean, I think it was filmed in the UK, so like they live in England. But yeah, there's some like parts of it that feel like that, where it gets sort of musical and dancey.
Musical, and then just like
yeah.
Fun. I like
it was
those
really
kind of
good.
movies. They can be fun.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Nice.
What else did you watch? I love this movie.
So I'd never seen this movie before.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen, of course, scenes.
Yeah.
Because how can you avoid American Psycho at this point in our lives, 30 years later, however many it's been, 20-something.
Yeah, 20-something.
20-something since it's been made. So I watched American Psycho for the first time, and from start to finish. And Jesus Christ, is this movie insane.
It's insane. Yeah.
It's amazing. Christian Bale is top of it.
He's so good.
So good.
Yeah.
That man can really fucking act.
Yep.
And, it's just... Okay, so if you've not seen American Psycho, is about this movie, about this... The speeches are so good. About this investment banker or Wall Street guy.
Some 80s finance yuppie.
80s finance yuppie who's a VP at a company, and let's be real, there's like...
Everyone's a VP.
Everybody who's good looking and 28 in New York City was a VP.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Where am I in my life?
Why has my father not made me a VP of something?
I know, right? And made me a beautiful business card
yes.
with that off-white bone color. But yeah, so it's about this Wall Street dude in the 80s who is just, it's like so competitive because they're all just like seeing whose dick is longer, honestly. And who has the best apartment, and who has the best girlfriends, and who has the most sex, and who does the most drugs, and and Christian Bale's character is just fucking insane. Yeah. And the only way he can really cope, I guess, or just his excitement is killing people. But does he kill people?
Does he kill people?
I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like they did such a good job with the movie, because I also read the book that it's based on. And the book is like way darker, and it's like, I don't get that. Like in the movie, they did it in a way where it's kind of more of a satire and kind of more of a like, is this actually happening, or is this guy just nuts?
Yeah, yes, that's how I felt. Yeah. Like, did this really happen, or is it all in his brain? Yeah. Because towards the end, spoilers, who cares? He, like, his secretary is going through his book, and it's just like blood, guts. It just writes all these things, how he's gonna kill people and such. So you're like, was it all in his brain? Yeah. Was it all in his mind? Did this really happen? Which is why he doesn't get caught, because at the end, he's like, somebody arrest me. Yeah. Somebody, I did bad things. Yeah. But did he? Yeah. So the book's not like that?
No, the book seems very much more just like, here's a bunch of shit stuff this guy did. Yeah. And it's like way more... I mean, the movie is also pretty, like, gory and like it's a lot. But yeah, the book is even more so than that. But yeah, I really like the movie, just his whole thing, like going through his skincare regimen and like what he does to keep his body in shape. And yeah, I think it's really good, and all the music's really good. Yeah.
When he starts talking about music before he like goes into a sex scene and or killing scene, it's so great. And his skincare routine, where I was like, do I need to take notes?
Yeah, I really like that movie.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was confused at the end, but confused in a good way. You know, like, I love that when it makes you, like, think a little bit. And Christian Bale was amazing, and the movie's amazing, and everybody should watch it. Don't be like me and wait so long to not see it. So
Yes. It was very good. Mm-hmm. I'm looking up names for my next things. So I can be like, who was it? What was it?
what is it?
So the last movie I watched is called Three Extremes, and it is a horror anthology. It's got 3 movies by 3 different directors, and
3 different directors. What is this, like one of those like mishmash movies? Like each director does this?
yeah, each director does a
thing.
Like
a 20-minute thing in each movie.
I think it was almost 30 to 40 minutes for each one. So the first one was called Dumplings.
About actual dumplings?
About actual dumplings,
I don't
yes.
know what order dumplings are.
Dumplings, who's the director? By Fruit Chan? I don't know. So the first one's a Chinese movie, and it's about, so it gives it away like right at the beginning. This woman goes and visits Bai Ling, who everyone calls like Auntie someone, and she wants to be younger. And so Bai Ling gives her these like dumplings that are apparently going to make her younger. And like literally 5 minutes into the movie, she's chopping up fetuses, like unborn fetuses, and putting them in the dumplings. And that's what's apparently going to make this woman younger. And so it just sort of escalates from there.
Oh, it escalates.
Yeah.
That's not the peak. This
no,
is, no.
Yeah,
we don't
that's
go
not
to
the
here
peak.
and
No,
then
that's
figure
like
out how
the
we got there.
beginning
No,
of
we
the
go over
movie.
here and then
yeah,
go, ooh.
because I kind of thought going by, I was like, oh, this is going to be the reveal. And it's like, oh no, this revealed immediately.
Oh.
Like,
Nice.
yeah, so that one was good. And then the second one was actually my favorite, and it's called Cut. And this one's by Park Chan-wook.
We love Park Chan-wook.
I love Park Chan-wook. I love all of his like transitions and everything. So this one's about a director, and it starts out with a film that he's directing, and then it almost turns into like a Saw thing where one of the extras from a lot of his movies kidnaps him. And is like, oh, you're such a good man and you're so successful and that's not fair. I want to see that you're not actually this good a man. So he like holds his wife hostage and is like, kill this child or else I'm gonna keep torturing your wife. And it was really good. It was my favorite one.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was like, had a lot of gore, but also like a lot of like weird little comedy bits in it. So that one was really good too. And then the last one I didn't love. It's called Box, and this one was by Takashi Miike, Miike. This one was a Japanese one, and it's about I don't know. It felt kind of tropey. It felt like very like, here's a creepy long-haired child. Like it just felt like a lot of that kind of stuff about a woman whose twin sister or sister of some kind had like died as a child, and now she's kind of like haunting her. And it just, I don't know, that one didn't super work for me, but as a trilogy it was pretty good, and I liked the first 2 especially, so it was neat.
I love that. So look that one up for serious, because love Park Chan-wook, and the first one sounds fun.
Yeah, the first one was good. I liked it. So,
and I love the diversity of Asian Asian directors in all different, Asian countries. Like the first one's Chinese, Japanese. So I love Asian cinema.
Yeah. So it was very good. I want to say I've got basically every Park Chan-wook on my to watch list if I haven't watched it yet. So I've been going through them. I think the next one's going to be Thirst, which is a vampire one.
Ooh, vampire one. Yes. Yes. We should also really watch. There's a Chinese movie made in like the early 2000s. They're like, it's kind of drag.
Okay.
But it's like it's like about this, because Chinese like art, or what is it called? I'm gonna fucking look up the name and put the name of it right here. But pretty much, like, before there was the Chinese Revolution, they had a lot of, like, cultural, like, men would all play the women parts and such. So, men in drag.
Yeah.
And this one movie is about, like, the performers in that, and as they go through the Cultural Revolution and such. So the whole, like, destruction of their way of life.
Interesting.
And one of the women in the movie is, like, she was really big in the early 2000s. I forget her name again. Name of woman. She's fucking gorgeous, and it's so fucking dark, but so fucking beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Gong Li. Gong Li is
okay.
her name. She's so fucking beautiful. I've seen her in a couple of things, like Raise the Red Lantern, which is also one of those, like, I think it's 5th or 6th generation that they call those directors, like generation Chinese directors. She is so fucking beautiful, and everything's so bright and colorful, but just so dark. And it's, like, kind of draggy, which
that's
I'm like,
cool.
I love it. And it's crazy what they went through in order to, like, get into the communism culture and such.
Right.
So fascinating.
Awesome.
What is it fucking called? Name. Was that all of our things?
That is all of our movies.
Drink time.
Drink time.
We have refilled with more peaches.
Way more peaches. Oh, you can't even really see them. They're in here.
Do you know peaches come from a can?
But they're by a man?
In a factory downtown.
I love, what's the latest, like, I love them in my hand or can or pie. It's like, I don't remember.
I love that song. We were driving back from the Barrie and that was on. And Pam went to go get gas and I'm just singing along to it and she had to turn off the car to put in gas. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's okay. So I can still sing the rest of the song.
That's true.
What have we been playing? Pam, you go first.
What have we been playing? So, we played something together at Retro World. The day, so when was it? Friday or Friday? Well, I think Friday, or one of the days. Like, I didn't see you that much because you were off doing stuff with your family. So I was, like, looking around, and I found the one light gun game, House of the Dead 2. I love light gun games. And the first day, it just wasn't working. I'd be like, start. And it was like, nope. And I was like, what, is it not on free play? I don't know. But whatever. The next day we went, and there were other people playing it. So we waited a little bit until they finished, and we got on, and we get there with our light guns. And this is just a zombie shooter, except it's not really House of the Dead. It's more like City of the Dead.
Yeah, there's no house.
Yeah, there's no house, and you're playing some weird agents of some kind.
We're like X-Files.
Yeah, you're like X-Files, kind of. I think there were subtitles, but they were in Japanese, so we didn't know what was going on. But we were shooting zombies. That's all you need to know. So we go through, and we play a lot. Like, it took a while. Like, we were probably there for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Just like holding light guns up like this for that long. Like, the next couple of days, like, my shoulders were so sore. We get to the final stage, which is a bit of a boss rush, and the game just freezes. It just freezes.
It just dies.
It just dies.
And just holds there.
It just holds there. We couldn't finish it. I beat it. I took it as a beat.
It is a beat.
Like,
we're in the last stage.
We went as far as we could.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sucked. And then other people were waiting, and they're like, "Oh, you broke it." And like, well,
I mean, we were just sitting there shaking the machine. No, we were just sitting here playing it like normal functioning human beings. And it decided to die. We killed it.
yeah.
So
It just froze. So that sucked.
yeah.
We're right at the end.
I know, we were right there. And it wasn't, I mean, when it's free play, it's not hard. It's not hard. But we were doing good. It was fun. It was fine. We had no idea what was going on, but, you know, Pam and I love light gun.
Yeah.
If you ever see us at a con, if we're in the arcade,
Probably a light gun
it's
game.
a light gun game. The only chance you have us playing a game at an arcade is light gun. Because they're so fun.
Yes, light guns are good. I did play a couple other games while I was there. I played some pinball, Jurassic Park pinball. And then Dylan and I played through all of Narc, which is busting both drug dealers and drug doers. Or shooting them, whatever. Yeah, so we beat all of that, and then I played some random vertical scrolling shooter until I won. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah.
I didn't play arcade games when I was a kid. Did you? Like, you go to the arcade to go play video games. I never did
felt
that.
like the individual arcade wasn't a thing. It was more arcades in movie theaters.
Really?
Yeah, I would see those.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I would
yeah.
do those sometimes. And then in Mississauga, we had Sega or Sony? One of those. Palladium. And so it was a place and it had a huge arcade floor. And then it had like go-karts and like a little rock climbing thing.
Oh yeah, we had that
So
in
we had that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was always something. Or like my mom was in a bowling league when I was little. So there was like an arcade in the bowling league that I would go to. But, or in the bowling, not arena, bowling
Place.
Yeah.
I remember my only real experience with arcades as a kid is there was this place called Castles and Coasters. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, and this was off of I-17 and I think Dunlap or near Dunlap. Anyhow, in Phoenix, Arizona. That means something. I don't know outside of Phoenix. But so there was this place called Castles and Coasters, which was just like a small little theme park place, and it had roller coasters and an arcade inside the castle. And when I remember walking into it, like as a little kid, and it was Dragon's Lair arcade with there, and so it's a hard game, but I was so embedded in my brain how horrifying some of the cartoon images, like the woman was like the evil witch thing, put a ring on her and turned her into bones. That's
that's what, like, I played that at Retro Game Con in Syracuse at one point. They had it. I literally could not get 2 moves into the game. I would just die. But like something would hit you and you would just go on fire and turn into ash in a heap of bones.
Imagine that as a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
In my brain. Now I must have all the Dragon's Lair. Because it's horrifying. I was horrified as a child.
I'm sure.
These beautiful animations. They're fucking gorgeous. Yeah. Terrible game to play as a child.
For sure. Yeah.
I love it when we go to cons. Because if Pam and I go to a con, you're not going to really see us on the con floor.
You're going to see us further for like a little tiny bit, and then we'll be gone.
Tiny bit. But if you do see us, we're either going to be walking, say hello, we're going to walk around the floor for a hot second, and then we'll play like a game for 40 minutes. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go watch Showgirls.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was a good time, though.
It was fun. Yes.
What else have we played? We have played.
Yes.
Broforce.
Bruh. What is it called? Reloaded, remastered, something. It just because Broforce is a fairly old game. Like I feel like it's from like 2014-ish.
Oh, really? That old?
Originally, yeah. And so they just put it out again, sort of like remastered, added some new content. It just came out on Game Pass. So yeah, we were playing that on our Wednesday co-op nights with 4 people, and it's a fun game.
It's a fun game.
Like, I really love the over-the-top bits where every time, like, a new bro gets introduced, it's really funny.
Bro!
Like, Tank Girl was in it.
Yes.
I mean, all
Ripley
of the ones.
from Aliens.
Ripley. All the ones, like, Rambo. I think Rambro is, like, sort of the main character, kind of, like, in terms of the cutscenes. But then there's, like, the Terminator and the Predator and the Boondock Saints and like, you know, all of them except with bro in their names. And it's a fun game. It's very hectic with 4 people.
It's so hectic.
Especially since every time you die, you're changing bros. So there's not even a one character model that you can follow and be like, that's me. Because you keep changing like every 30 seconds. So it was difficult, and actually the worst thing, which the newest game we've been playing has made me I appreciate it in the new game, whatever the opposite of appreciate is for Broforce, but the camera won't let you do your own thing. Like, you all need to be on the same screen, and if anyone's trying to go, the camera will just get stuck and be like, screw all of you.
Or if like the game breaks and you're like stuck down here, you can't move because you're dead, but the game doesn't think you're dead, and everybody is up top. You can't do anything.
No, you can't see your character.
No, having the basic shit, like have your camera follow the character that you are.
Yeah.
It's such a luxury.
It's such a luxury. So that didn't happen in Broforce. It definitely got very difficult at the end. Like, I feel like the final boss took us a long time to get.
I was about ready to call it. I
know.
Really was.
I know. We're like at the final boss of the game. You're like, well, guys, you want to call it of like a 4 phase fight? Like, you want to call it a night? I was like, no, I want to beat it. Like,
and I was like, all right, fine. We're gonna put our head down and run. Yeah. I get it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But it took us like 40 tries, like legit 40. It
took a lot of tries. Apparently, if we had been doing the levels where you only play with a one bro, you get a bunch of upgrades.
Oh, we had 0 upgrades.
We didn't do any of those. So I feel like we were less strong than we should have been. But
also, by a lot.
But also it's just hard.
It was hard.
It was hard for everyone just to make the jump to get to the boss.
Yeah. Like, we just got excited if we got to the end. Yeah. So we're fine.
Yeah. But we did beat it.
We did beat it.
Yeah.
And it's over now.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I feel like single player, I mean, it wouldn't be as fun as multiplayer, but it'd be way easier to know what's going on. Or even like 2-player would probably be more doable. Like 4 was just hectic. It was so chaotic.
Yeah. No idea who I was. There are even times I'm just sitting there like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here.
I'm like, Michelle, we're waiting for you. It's like,
oh shit. Because you have no idea. There's no indication of who you are or what, if you're alive. Besides in the tiny little corner that you're alive. So it's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
So it's fun and over the top. And yeah, I feel like 4 players is a lot. Less would probably be better. Like, I still had a lot of fun playing it. The last fight did get testing of patience, but
it really has to do with luck too, because depending on which bro you get will make it so much easier.
Yeah. Like there's, who was it? It
was like T.
Oh,
MacGyver. MacGyver and Mr. T or whoever.
Just like threw dynamite.
Yeah, like MacGyver was worthless.
That was bad. But some were good. Like, some had nice ranged weapons. Or even Bruce Lee, who was only melee but just super strong, was really good. Yeah, so it depended. Or the Fly. The Fly was awful. That was the worst character. It's like you would kind of
slow too.
That was a bad character. Oh, we forgot a movie.
There was like, we did forget a movie?
And just Jeff Goldblum just reminded me.
We did forget a movie.
Yeah.
Backtracking. What did we watch, Pam?
What did we watch? So, we were watching Drag Race, and then we stopped watching Drag Race, and we're like, let's watch a movie. And you mentioned that you wanted to watch Earth Girls Are Easy, which I had never seen.
I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jeff Goldblum.
And
Gina Davis.
I love both of them. They're both so hot.
Yeah, Pam didn't know Gina Davis was in this movie. And I was like, oh my god, Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum when they were married. And Pam's like, they were married? I'm like, Pam!
I didn't know any of this.
So, yes. And as well as one of the first movie appearances by Jim Carrey and Damon Wayans, which is amazing.
Is it Damon or Marlon?
Damon.
Damon? Okay.
Damon, yeah. Marlon is his younger brother.
Oh, okay.
And then the older brother was the one who did most of the directing, who did a lot of the In Living Color thing. This is pre-In Living Color.
In Living Color, yeah. I don't think Jim Carrey had done really anything. Like,
pre-In Living Color? Like, maybe one other movie appearance, I think. But this is definitely one of his first appearances. And he's just as eccentric as he's ever, as he always is.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It was a fun movie. Like, it starts out with Gina Davis, and she's hot. She's
in a bad relationship,
engaged to this like douchebag gym bro doctor who's just always out picking up other people. And Gina Davis is like, "Hey, let's have sex," and he's like, "Nah, I don't want to," because he's too busy hitting on nurses.
And I love how the thing is like, I haven't had sex in
2 weeks. Yeah. It's like fainting.
Oh my God. 2 weeks. How do you live?
Yeah. So Gina Davis is very sexually frustrated because of her idiot fiance.
Who's an idiot?
Yeah. And then a spaceship crash lands in their pool. And out come these 3
Aliens?
hairy, fluffy, colorful aliens.
Who are horny.
Yeah, they're very horny aliens. And so she is a nail technician, and she takes them to the salon for her friend, who is the writer of the movie, to give them a makeover, and she just makes them over into these hot guys.
Oh my God. I love the scene where Jeff Goldblum comes out, and she's like,
incredible.
oh my God.
Jeff
Goldblum
honestly,
is hot. He's hot.
I think this is the best Jeff Goldblum has ever looked.
Oh, he's so
He looks
hot.
so good in this
He
movie.
walks into like,
He's just no shirt, of course. Yeah.
and
And just like all the hair and all the chest and
so hot. It's like the little scene in Jurassic Park where he's like ranging back for the whole movie.
for the whole movie. Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
he's so stupid.
It's fun, and so yeah.
It's musical too. I
Yes,
forgot
there's
how
musical
musical
numbers.
it was.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was so fun. It was honestly like I really liked it. I felt I don't know, I felt like Flash Gordon vibes, which is another one, just like musical, fun, great costumes, great makeup, great hair. I thought I really liked that movie.
Yay! I'm so glad I got to share it with you. I'm like, ma'am, let's watch it. You're like, let's maybe Delicatessen. I'm like, what Earth Girls?
Yeah.
I was hoping you picked her. Well, you picked Earth Girls.
I picked Earth Girls. That was really good.
That was fantastic. Gina Davis is so good. I love
her.
She's so hot in this too. She's like young
so
and hot.
Other than those stupid curly bangs.
Still hot though.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, back to video games.
Back to video games.
What else have you been playing?
So I've been playing Helldivers, which when I was looking for co-op online games to play, a lot of people said Helldivers. So it's sort of like a twin stick shooters.
Okay.
It has, to me, it gives a very Starship Troopers vibe.
Oh.
Dylan says it's very Warhammer 40k. I don't really know anything about that, so I will just take his word for it. But you are fighting a war with 3 different kinds of aliens, and you have to go down to a planet and do objectives and shoot the aliens and not die. And it's interesting and funny and frustrating because like you go down with your partner, and like your pods that send you down to the planet are kind of at different speeds. So if like my pod goes and I spawn and I'll just like, oh nice, and I'll like push in a direction, and then his pod would just be like, dude, just smoke me, and I would die. Like it's that kind of game. Or
fuck
the
you.
very first mission we did, we call down the
Help.
not plane, but the spaceship shuttle to come and get us, and we're fighting these bugs, and we're waiting for the shuttle, and then the shuttle crushes us both.
Assholes.
It's so stupid, but it's funny, and it's also like, oh shit, like once it happens once, you're like, okay, don't stand under things because they'll kill you. I still did it a number of times.
I would definitely.
So yeah, at first it was a little boring, like on the lower difficulties it was just kind of like, do this objective and leave, and I was like, well, this isn't much. And then as we got to higher difficulties, it became a lot much more fun. The problem is the game doesn't really end.
Oh, I hate that.
And it's sort of like community based. So you're in this war, but it's with like other players that you're not even playing against. And like if you get a certain amount of points, you can kind of win, or you can kind of lose the war, and then it just starts all over again. So it was neat, but like if the game doesn't have an ending, I lose interest.
Absolutely.
Fairly quickly.
Game has to have an end.
Yeah, it has to have an ending.
I don't like those games where it's like, oh, you just base the PvP or anything like that's driven, or like, no. Give me campaign, give me an ending. I want to see those credits.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it will not finish you.
Exactly. So I'm taking it as a beat because we logged on, I don't know, last week or something, And I logged on, and it gave me this whole thing like, you lost the war, and then credits. And I was like, there we go. Beat it. I mean, didn't win, but it's over.
It was an ending.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Did we beat the... Did we beat the game?
We beat Helldivers, yes.
We beat the game.
So, yeah, it's cool, but, like, I hate... Just give it a campaign and an ending. Like, I just... Yeah.
Broforce had a campaign.
Broforce, exactly. Yeah.
Come on. Let's go.
Yes. What else have you played?
My Dark Souls journey.
More Dark Souls,
More Dark Souls. So we have finished Dark Souls 2, baby. Yeah. All right. So Dark Souls 2 is very different than Dark Souls 1 as well as Demon Souls because it's by a different director and a different group or whatever, and they did a lot of things differently.
Yes.
Which I like more.
Did you like it more?
I like it more. So fuck y'all who say, oh my god, Dark Souls 2 sucks. No.
No, I like it better than 1.
Yeah.
I don't like it better than 3. But
No, of course not. Well, I'm playing through 3 now, which I enjoy more than 2. But I love the homeworld in Dark Souls 2. Majula is amazing. My hot wife, girlfriend is amazing. I love the ability to fast travel immediately.
Yes.
So good. And
fuck those pigs, though.
Fuck the pigs. You love how everyone knows what you're talking about when this is like, because when you get into Majula, you explore, of course, because you have to explore. And there's these like 4 little piggies that are like in the corner of Majula.
Oh, these cute little piggies.
Look, cute pig. These little fuckers will fuck you the fuck up. Especially when you're at like level 10 or whatever it is I'm at. I'm like, oh hell no. Fuck these pigs. So I fucked them up a couple times. You know I did. But
yeah. Bad pigs.
But okay, so what I love about Dark Souls 2 is all those things, as well as it felt faster than Dark Souls 1. I played as a mage in this one, which I think I played as a pyromancer in Dark Souls 1. So I'm on my magical journey.
Magical range journey, yes.
Because everyone else I play with is either like
a big hammer or something.
Yeah, or like a Dexy boy. And I'm like, I always play a Dexy boy. Or at least I don't say always now at this point. I always play mage.
Yeah.
But Elden Ring, I played a Dexy boy, or I want to be a sneaky archer or something. And archers in these games, I don't want to grind or use those resources in order to buy arrows. So, mage. And what I really liked is mage is not based upon MP level in this game. So you have like, I have 8 soul arrow magics. I use those 8 until I can get to a save or a bonfire where I can sleep it off and then get my 8 reset.
Yeah.
So you have a bunch of like attunement slots, so you can have like 64 of like one spell or something that you can use versus MP, which is like I use 7 MP and you're just like level goes down. So it's always like that set 8 and you just build upon, like you can buy multiple of them.
Yeah.
So I can buy like 2 magics that have 16 cast uses, so you just double your cast usage for that.
Okay.
So you can actually build upon that if you want to like a lower magic just to like poke things at.
Yeah.
You can just use 3 attunement slots to use those 3 same spots, which was really nice and fun, and I liked playing around with that with the magic versus like an MP meter and you just only use like your 1 magic for those. So, Souls outfits were much better in this one than the first one, I think. There were more variety, at least. I feel like there's never really much variety for, like, mage users. They're always just big, tanky boys with big, heavy armor that I'm never gonna wear.
Yeah.
Like, by the end of Dark Souls 1, I was in a sports bra and a hot skirt. Which, let's be real, that was hot. But I loved Dark Souls 2.
That's good.
The bosses were fun, of course. I think people gripe about things with Dark Souls 2 just to gripe about it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole, like, losing part of your health bar unless you use the whatever item, the stickman.
The effigy?
Effigy, yeah. Like, I didn't love that, although I found the ring that made that less bad fairly quickly. Like, yeah, I liked Dark Souls 2. I liked the bosses. I liked the areas. I found that in Dark Souls 2, there weren't any areas that I hated like I did in 1. So, yeah. It was good. Although there were a few places where it wasn't real PvP, but it looked like a PvP player would kind of attack you. I didn't like them. Like, it wasn't an actual player. It was
an
a scripted
NPC,
thing.
scripted NPC thing.
Yeah.
That definitely happened more often in 2, for sure. I feel like that's happening a lot right now with 3. Although there is more PvP opportunities as I'm playing through 3 right now, which is not as fun. Fuck you, PvP.
Yeah, just let people play co-op without opening PvP.
Yeah, that would be nice. I just want to play with my friends and run through this happy little game together without having you assholes coming in here and be like, I'm just going to roll for fucking days and just piss you off because...
Yeah.
Fuck you. But yeah, Dark Souls 2, completed it.
Awesome.
On to Dark Souls 3 right now. I'm not as far as my buddies, but that's okay.
That's fine.
Because I've been here.
For you.
What else have you been playing?
So the last one is one that I haven't finished yet. It actually, I think, just came out this week on Wednesday maybe, but I got a key for it a while ago. So the developers of Aeterna Noctis, which was a Metroidvania that I really liked, that was also incredibly difficult.
I hate that.
They made a roguelike game. So like a roguelike action platformer game, kind of like Dead Cells or Rogue Legacy or whatever. So I've been playing it for a few weeks. I will probably make a video on it at some point, but I haven't finished it because it'll probably take me forever to finish it. It's really interesting. So you're playing the same character as you were in Aeterna Noctis, like the King of Darkness. But what I really like about it is that most roguelikes, you start in the same place. So you have to get through like this world, then you move on to this world. Here, they've got this like seed system, and I think there's probably 5 different worlds you can go through. So like there's one that kind of looks like Venice, and then there's one that looks like Castlevania, and then there's one that looks like a botanical garden. So you can go through all of them, and all of them have different bosses and different things to fight, but you don't have to just go, I need to get through the botanical level, and then it'll open up another one. You can be like, I'm tired of the botanical level. I'm going to go try the Castlevania level for a while. So it's pretty cool that way. There's a lot of different things to level up. It's really interesting. There's different weapons, so you can do like a sword, a scythe, or guns. Which, yeah, at first I was playing with the sword, and I was like, meh. I was waiting, so I was like, meh. And then it gave me a ranged weapon. I was like, yeah.
I'll just sit back here and go, baby.
So it's fun. I'm looking forward to getting further into it. Like, I've beaten a few bosses. I'm not sure what the like end point is, but I'm looking forward to playing more. I just have so many things on the go right now that I feel like I'm not gonna finish it for quite a while.
That's okay though. We take our time. It's fine.
You jump from one thing to another, like
absolutely. But if you like the because I've said this to you before, we like the ability to move from one level to the other. Be like, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna go to this. Demon Souls. Someday we're gonna get Pam a PlayStation. Someday
PlayStation will release a Slim. Maybe.
Right. We keep dreaming. But yeah, Pam's gonna play Demon Souls someday, so she can just jump around to any level she fucking wants.
And Bloodborne. Yeah.
Bloodborne. When Pam plays Bloodborne, Michelle's gonna be there.
Yeah.
So I'm already dreaming about replaying Bloodborne as I'm going through Dark Souls 3 because I love Bloodborne so much.
Everything I've seen is like, I really want to play this, but fucking console exclusives, bullshit.
Just release it onto Xbox.
Yeah.
Just because we're Xbox dictators? What is it?
I think I'm an Xbox dictator. Yes. Won't let you play anything else. No.
Well, we obviously have no pickups.
Well.
Oh, fuck. I do have pickups.
Do you have pickups?
I mean, I bought something at Barrie. Whatever.
Oh, that's true. Also, if you watched the last episode when you saw Michelle talk about her Final Fantasy IV reorchestrated soundtrack. She gave me her other copy, so I have a pickup.
Yeah! I gave Pam one. Because I had extra, because they fucked up the shipping.
Yeah.
And they were like, here's another one. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yes. That
Which
is my
is
pickup.
lovely. Which is lovely. I love Final Fantasy IV music.
Yeah, it's really good music.
I love Final Fantasy IV. It's what I play on the plane. Because I know the game so well, I can just go through like a dungeon or two real fast, you know what I mean? Without having to super think.
Yes.
So, Pixel Remaster is good for that on the Switch. The only time I'll ever play my Switch. On the plane.
That's how I feel about Switch.
Yeah. Why do I keep buying, I don't buy Switch games usually.
Yeah. But
why would I?
Yeah.
You know? I want my PlayStation 5 and my Xbox at this point in my life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get pickups next time. We're here together. That's the joy of this.
That is the joy of this. I don't know if I will have pickups next time.
I probably will. Let's be real.
You probably will, yeah.
I'll have vinyl.
You'll probably have 12 new vinyls.
I know. Lord. I was so upset the Barrie Exchange. Nobody else had vinyl.
No one else had vinyl.
I was so upset.
I was expecting to see at least a few there.
No. And everyone was like, oh my god, Zelda Ocarina of Time vinyl at our table. I was like, really? We're surprised? Okay.
Yeah.
I only have 100 of them.
No. I remember you were like, where'd you get that vinyl? And it was a calendar.
It was a calendar. I was such a tease.
Yeah.
I was so excited. Oh, well. So this is another episode of Point and Drink Adventure.
Yes.
Pam and I will do something after this. Who knows what we're going to do?
Drink more, probably.
Drink more.
Drag, Battlestar.
Drag, Battlestar. We should play video games.
Video
we should
games?
stream.
We could stream.
We could stream.
We could stream.
That'd be fun.
Might be a stream right after this. Well, I mean, like a week ago from when you're seeing it now.
Yeah, I know, because Michelle has to edit.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
And I'm slow, and I don't care. So that's what you get, kids, when Michelle is slow. And Lily is back there, so.
Oh, there she is. Lily.
Love it.
She's a good girl.
Thank you for listening, everybody. If you'd like to speak or talk to us, you can email us, but I'm gonna real with you.
Yeah.
The other day, I was like, fuck, I haven't checked the email. Oh my god.
Yep.
So, most preferred method to reach us, I've decided, is our YouTube.
Yeah, comment on the YouTube.
Comment on the YouTube, because Pam actually looks at it, I probably think
look at
more
it,
than
yeah.
I do.
I don't get notifications, but I look at it.
Pam
so.
looks at it and will respond to all the things.
Yeah.
And I'll respond to some of the things. So Pam's really good about this. So if you want to leave us a comment, question, or concern, or whatever it is, go to our YouTube channel, Point and Drink Adventure, and we will 1,000% see it there.
Yep.
Versus any other method. So go there.
Yep.
I decided this is our only method
All right,
now.
there we go. That's where you can talk to us. Also, if you like what you heard here and you want to check out some more fun podcasts about video games or movies or Goosebump books
Peaches.
or video game stories, sure, Peaches, we'll say that. Check out polymedianetwork.com. Yes.
And drink well, my friend. Eat your fruit.
Eat your fruit. Eat your alcohol-soaked fruit.
Alcohol soaked fruit.
Yes.
And thank you for listening.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.